Hi, this is Yeli, and today is day 14 since I've been on Mounjaro, and it is also actually injection day in the evening. So I want to go over symptoms that I've had this week, kind of like a quick rundown of what went on in terms of symptoms, what has been going on in terms of blood sugar, and I also want to show you guys what I am eating in a day and how I am logging it. My week started on day 8, and my doctor's visit was on day 10. And my symptoms this week, like I've had a cough, and it started right after the first day that I injected. And when I went to my doctor's visit, I wasn't sure if it had something to do with Mounjaro, but she told me to just keep an eye on it because, funny enough, last week I was feeling better over the weekend, and then on Monday I again felt really bad after the injection. So today, like, I can say that I've had other symptoms, so maybe what I think happened was that I caught a cold. Um, and yeah, my throat was hurting, so I don't think that has anything to do with Mounjaro. What I'm not sure though is that if after the injection I kind of relapse a little bit from it. So I guess that's something that I'm going to be looking for tomorrow, because today is also injection day. And what I've had basically is some reflux. I've had some like cough, like I told you, loose stool. My continuous glucose monitor was itching for a bit the last 2 days that I had it on. And I inject on Monday evening. So on Wednesday morning, which was day 9, I felt a little bit dizzy, which to me, it was the first time ever feeling dizzy, but it was like very low and very small. Like it was like a very brief period of time. Then on Thursday, again, some cough, reflux. What I have noticed though is that I've been more active, even though I'm kind of going to sleep later and still waking up early. I am more active throughout the day. So I just hope I don't get to the point where I get insomnia, but it seems as if maybe that's not going to happen. And it's just that I'm going to be more active during the day, which I kind of appreciate, because I always felt tired. And this does make sense as well, because if my sugar is going down, then of course I am going to be more active because I'm not as tired due to my sugar being high. And yeah, so basically I do also have to say that yesterday, Sunday, which is the day before injection day, I felt hungrier. And I told you guys that I spoke with my doctor, and she said that she is okay if I need to space the shot and give it an extra day or two. We didn't talk on a maximum amount of days, but she just wants me to watch my sugar and how I'm feeling to make that decision. And I thought on Saturday that maybe I was just gonna go ahead and inject on Tuesday, but yesterday I was hungry. So I have to see how the day goes today. And I am hungry right now, which typically at 10 a.m. I'm not that hungry. And I am gonna have my breakfast right after I finish filming this video. So, and I showed you guys, let me just insert a clip here so you guys know what I'm going to be having for breakfast right now. So for breakfast, I am having 3/4 cups of yogurt and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free jam. So this is a total carb of 22 grams, which is under the 30 to 45 grams that my nutritionist wants me to have for breakfast. However, it's totally fine because I'm kind of having later breakfast. It's 10 a.m. My blood sugar is 142. It's always higher in the morning. So what I'll do is I'll take my blood sugar measurement again in a couple of hours because I have to log all that in. And then I'll be back to show you guys what I have for lunch. So that's waiting for me once I am done with this video. So in terms of my blood sugar, which is the other part of the update, and then I'm going to go into food. In terms of my blood sugar, what I am seeing is that it is trending down. And like I said, the 126 average day was the second day after injection, and I'm feeling that the first days after injection sugar is always going to be better, but then it slowly starts shifting up or down. And I also discovered that rice is just definitely not a food that I can eat, no matter how many grams of carbs it has, because whenever I eat rice, I see that my sugar just it takes a while for it to stabilize again, like 1 or 2 days. And we had hibachi for, I think that was dinner on Saturday, and I had some of that rice. And yeah, yesterday my sugar was like up and down, which it was a little bit more stable. It can also be that I'm getting close to the end of the week of the medicine. It could be either or, but that's the beautiful thing about logging, because when I log what my sugar is in the exact time that I eat, and I can compare that to the sensor, I can definitely know how food expresses itself on my blood sugar, which is what I really love about having a continuous glucose monitor, especially being diabetic, right? I know that I have a friend that was asking me, she's like, an athlete, and she wanted to also get a continuous glucose monitor to just see what food did for her, also in terms of blood sugar and all that, just kind of for information. So I would say that it is very informative for everybody, but for me it's also specifically not only informative, but it's a healthcare item, gadget that I have and I love. I am going to be journaling my food throughout the whole day to show you guys what I eat in a day, and kind of just make this video a video with brief information about a little bit of everything that I'm doing with Mounjaro. I am feeling great. I'm really, really happy. Oh, I didn't tell you the blood sugar level. So I've kind of stayed in the 130 low average, so 135, 134 as an average for the day. So that 126 average in a day was a little bit of an outlier, if anything, because it was maybe on the first 2 days of the medicine. But starting from a 156, you can still see that I'm 20 points down. And it is expected that things go up and down, and because that's kind of how life is. And it also depends on my eating. So I'm learning a lot about what I'm eating, and then I'm able to tweak, right? Like I tried with rice, and I thought that it was because I hadn't had enough protein, enough vegetables. So I tried again, and I realized it doesn't matter how much protein and vegetables, rice is just something that doesn't do well for me. Especially in just a regular cooked form, because funny enough, I did have some rice kind of patties that I made with rice, egg, cheese, and they're kind of made into a pancake form, but I kind of fried them a little bit in avocado oil just so that it doesn't have too many saturated fats, even though it's something that's fried. And a couple of those didn't do that bad for my blood sugar, which is funny. But a quarter cup of rice does. Oh, wait, let me update you guys. I lost another 2 pounds, which in total is like 7 pounds weight loss. So yeah, it wasn't perfect, but I was kind of set back with that hibachi because a little bit of what I lost, I gained. So I am not counting the lowest weight I had this week. I'm counting what I weighed today. So yeah, I'm at I think it's 7 point something, I don't know, pounds lost, which is still great because my doctor doesn't want me doing more than 2 pounds a week, right? So I've only been 2 weeks in the medicine. Um, yeah, I guess that at first there's a little bit more loss, and she didn't say anything about the first week that I went that it was 5 something pounds off. So, uh, yeah, now I am going to go ahead, eat my breakfast, which you already saw. And then I'll be filming throughout the day, showing you guys what else it is that I'm eating. And hopefully at some point I'll also be able to do a log with you guys so that you can see what I'm logging and how that is going for me throughout the day. So this is my lunch. And before I continue, like, I measured my sugar. So my sugar was 129 before breakfast. It went up all the way to 147, so it raised less than 20, which is okay. And then it went back down to 138. So it did stay raised like 10, which is not desirable. But well, that's it. So now it is 2:03 p.m., like 4 hours after I had breakfast. I'm gonna have lunch. This is too much. I don't think I'm gonna eat it all. So what I did was I chopped a salad. I put some turkey breast in it and some cheese and some avocado. And there's some mixed greens in there. And about 1 or 2 tablespoons of ranch and some pistachios because I like the little crunchiness in it. So I think this whole salad has the amount of carbs that I can eat per day. I don't think I'm going to eat it all. There's for sure going to be left over because I made a salad like the one I used to eat while I was on keto. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to fit it all, but I guess I'll let you guys know when I journal my next meal or snack. So I'm here to kind of let you know what I had for dinner and snack and close the video. And I just want to say that my sugar was doing great after breakfast and lunch, but then my daughter really was craving mac and cheese from Panera. And for some reason, I had not been there in ages. For some reason, I thought that it was a little bit more similar to Corner Bakery where I would be able to find something. I did not want a salad again though, because I had a salad for lunch. So I was 100% sure that I was not going to get another salad. So I got a combo of bread and soup, and it was not smart of me to not have researched carbs before ordering. I should have looked at the carbs because the sandwich, like, I couldn't eat the soup. It was just filled with carbs, and the sandwich kind of as well. So I ended up eating 36 grams of carbs, but it was just a very small piece of the sandwich. And I did take my metformin with that. But then as I got home, I ate some yogurt. So I kind of ate my snack too close to my meal, but I was hungry. And you can also tell that it was a day of injections. So I definitely did need the Mounjaro injection. I was feeling hungry, which it wasn't like I'm gonna die type of hunger. But I was hungry. So my stomach was not kind of growling, but you know, kind of that sensation when your stomach growls. So anyway, let's go over how my blood sugar did. So this is how I'm going to be logging, and I'm going to be logging this in my planner. And I think I like this system. So I'm going to be logging my food, the grams of carbs, what time, and if I do any type of medicine. I am going to highlight it when I do medicine, just so that I know, and just so that we're aware when we're looking at my blood sugar. But in the morning, my blood sugar was in the 120s, 130s. And then I did have metformin around 8 something in the morning with coffee. And then my blood sugar for lunch was like 111, 110, 113 at the 0, 30 minutes, and 60-minute mark. I did a 2-hour. I just don't remember what it was, but it was along these numbers. So this lunch is a good lunch for me. I can tell how my sugar behaved. So this is a winner. This is a keeper. Breakfast too, because even though it did go up 10 points, it wasn't terrible, but of course it was just yogurt. And even though it's sugar-free jam, it still does have carbs. There was no fiber and vegetables in it. So maybe if I were to do yogurt and half of a fresh apple, that might work a little bit better in terms of fiber. I just don't know about the natural sugar, because the other day when I did have fresh fruit, my my sugar wasn't the best. So I don't know. I have to check in on that. Anyway, of course, my glucose did go up like 35 points with that sandwich, even though I had my metformin, which I know was not the best choice. So what I learned from this is that I'm not going to be going to Panera. I'm definitely not. But it's okay sometimes to have days like this, right? I mean, it happens, and it is part of life. So I'm not worried. I'm not concerned about it, especially because I woke up very bloated yesterday, and I kind of had gone a little up in weight, and then I went down. So, you know, I know that this is a fluctuation and it's part of life, so it's okay. And then with this yogurt, and this is where I kind of saw the combination of these two. You can see that as time passed, like my glucose was really higher up, right? And I don't want to be in the 60s. I want to be below 140. Even though this is within the range that my doctor, nutritionist, and diabetes specialist gave me, it is not a personal goal of mine to be here too much. I definitely want to be here or below, at least for these first weeks. As time progresses, I'm hoping that these numbers progress and go down as well. So I also took my Mounjaro injection at 8:54 p.m. Again, I did the left thigh, but I have more fat on my right thigh than on my left thigh. So I definitely feel that it hurts more on my left thigh, but I don't want to always inject in the same thigh, right? So I guess it is what it is. You know, every other week it's gonna just bother me a little bit more in one of my thighs than in the other. But it still went well. I even though I don't like injections and I'm kind of terrified of them, I've worked on that fear, and I'm not hugely terrified anymore, but I really dislike them very, very much. So I'm okay with that pinch. It's not terrible. Yeah, so it is what it is, you know. And it's part of this process, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, this is it. So I encourage you guys to log your food in a similar way. I got some papers from my nutritionist, my diabetes specialist, and they each had different things to log. I just prefer to do this in my planner because I work with this guy every single day. And I already have set up my next day. I just have to put the sticker with the food log here because I just want to give it a little bit more space just in case I do another snack. I do feel that what I need is a little bit more space. So my YouTube, I think I'm just going to bring down below the to-dos so that I have a bigger space. But anyway, yeah, this is it. And that is kind of how my day went, and that is kind of like the rundown for my week 2 with Mounjaro, as well as showing you what I eat in a day and how I log my meals. Okay, I hope this was helpful to you guys, especially for those of you that have diabetes. and like me are using a continuous glucose monitor. If you're not using a continuous glucose monitor, you would have to ask your doctor, like, what are the time frames they want you to do this. Like, mine are all over the place because I have the monitor, so sometimes I scan a little bit more than what I would have done if I were pricking my finger. So I guess it's just a matter of you guys deciding that with your team, with your healthcare team. But from what I learned when I was doing keto, I take it at 0 minutes just so that I know what my sugar was before the meal. And then 30, 60, and 120. Sometimes I didn't do 30, sometimes I did. I did 120 here, I just didn't write it down because I did it as I was going out to pick Elisa up. So I was really, like my daughter, up. So I was really in a rush to get out, and I don't remember the number, but if anything, it was like 115 or something, but I can look it up in the continuous glucose monitor, which is also on my phone, which, yeah, I can do that. But anyway, this is kind of just an idea, and I hope it helped you guys because it really does help me to see this. And then when I go with my care team, I share my CGM data with them, and when they ask, what happened here, I can go and be like, okay, what day are we talking about? So I can go to my planner and check and be like, oh, that was this food, because they want me to do that. I don't know if they're going to want me to do that for the whole time I am being on Mounjaro, or if we're doing this at first to kind of see the impact. I'm hoping that as things improve, I won't be needing to record so much, but we'll see. I don't know. They're the ones who will tell me what we're going to be doing. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.